First of all, tell us about yourself.
My name's JJ Shepard. I'm a humble computer science major by day, superhero by night, otherwise known as the Boombox guy.
Now tell us about your boombox.
My boombox, as you can tell, is a Sony CFD 440. This is not the original boombox. I had to retire old silver, so this one is the newer one, Blackie. I kind of enjoy this one because it has bass. The other one was nothing but treble, so yeah, I couldn't play anything that had bass in it at all. It just
So, what is this thing you do?
Well, basically, since the second semester of my freshman year, I've walked around with a boombox on my shoulder. Well, actually, I should say I've been soloing doing it since my sophomore year. Our freshman year, it started out with me and one of my good friends doing it, and then he didn't come back. So now I became the one and only boombox guy.
How often do you work?
I only do it once or twice a week, mainly around Thursday or Friday.
How did you get the idea?
Well, the idea started with me and my friend Elliot. We were walking around campus and we realized, this was college, but no one was doing anything crazy or exciting, and everyone was, I don't know, it was just boring to us. So we always wanted to come up with an idea to kind of, it spiced things up, I guess you'd say. So I had this one idea where I was going to rig like an MP3 player into a jacket and run it into speakers underneath it, so I could walk around and have ambient music and people would walk around and go, hey, where the heck is that coming from? Well, that idea eventually evolved into the idea of the boombox, which Elliot, he did some masonry work for a doctor and he found the first original boombox there. He's like, oh, cool, we could just buy some like old crappy tapes and walk around with this on our shoulder. And I told him, no, we could actually record our own mixes with songs that we got legally off the internet. So, yeah, that's pretty much where it all started.
So, there you are, a man, not yet a legend, and a boombox. Can you take us back to the first time you stepped out bereft of naked shoulders?
Well, the first time that we actually tried to do the boombox thing, we recorded it a little too loud, so it was really distorted and you couldn't tell what we were playing. And also, we didn't have the idea of actually creating a mix with a meaning or like a genre or a style in mind. So we just put things on there willy-nilly. We didn't really know what to put on there. Later on, as it developed, we figured out like which volumes to put like the boombox at and which volumes to record at to make it sound a little bit better, but that first time was horrendous.
How do you prepare?
Well, first I have to come up with a mix. I usually do this the night before because I forget that I need to record a mix the night before. So it's just whatever I come up with. Usually I pick a theme, and with that theme I usually dress along with it. Like for Jazz Day I wore a zoot suit, for Bluegrass Day I wore a pair of overalls and a white t-shirt. So I kind of coordinate what I wear with what I play, and then I sit down and I strategically pick songs that would be good to walk to. Generally, I don't play slow songs because it's a really hard pace to walk to slow songs, so I usually pick something with a decent tempo to walk at.
I think all of us have one question on our minds. It's a universal question, and I think part of your genius is that you bring it back to this question every Friday. Why?
Okay, when we started out with this entire boombox thing, the whole idea behind it is it was a joke. Nothing more than that. It was funny. And people can speculate all they want that I have a sexual fetish, that I touch fish in inappropriate ways. But the thing is, it was just a joke. And that's always what it has been. It's funny, it makes people laugh, I don't touch children, and that's pretty much it.
It has been said by some that you are both an angel of hope and of music. How does this make you feel?
It makes me feel like I've accomplished what I intended. Since it was a joke, some people are going to get it and they're going to laugh and they're going to feel good about it. And there's some people who are douchebags. And fuck them.
What do your professors say when you enter their class, turning off a Vanilla Ice song with a costume of a Twinkie?
It's actually kind of surprising because a lot of my professors have never confronted me about some of my costumes, and I generally try to hide it from them just so they don't get the wrong impression of me. So Like, it's kind of, going into the phone booth and coming out, the mild-mannered J.J. Shepherd instead of the, superhero that I am. Worship me.
So,
Worship me.
okay, I'd like you to tell us a little bit more about yourself. What kind of a biography generates someone who does what you do?
Well, I came from a poor biker family, and pretty much my dad raised me with my mom and dad both raised me with the idea that you're going to die eventually, either by, I don't know, the government or probably going to be stabbed, and you won't expect it. So you pretty much got to live every day to the fullest and do something that people will remember you by, because, if people don't remember you, then you really didn't exist.
So you'd say that's probably the guiding philosophy behind all this the work that you do.
Besides that and the sexual fetish.